Yeah.
Oh, that brand is.
What up, beautiful people? This is the Super Funny Comedy Club podcast. We are live and direct from Tacoma, Washington. From the location is Nate Jackson Super Funny Comedy Club, and I am not about bullshit. Don't let you know who's in here with me. To my left, my immediate left, is my former roommate. I'm sure he's been introduced quite a few different ways by a lot of different hosts, but I'm the one that says former roommate.
Boom.
Okay, this is my guy, Big Ja.
What's cracking? What it do though, y'all? What's happening? It's a pleasure to be here, man. Like, seriously, I had to come up here, man. The grand opening only happens once. I had to make it. And
I ain't gonna lie, it touched my heart when you were like, is there any tickets left? I was like, for what?
Nigga, I said, I have to go. At the last minute, I was like, nigga, what the hell am I thinking? Let me just get up there, man.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Also on the show today is the diva, the dime, the voice of the egg from Denny's, 8 seasons on Family Time.
8.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
Tangerine.
Tangerine.
What's up? What's up? It's great to be here. We haven't done a podcast together in so long, Nathaniel. This is great.
Oh man, it has been a minute.
Yes, it is.
It has, and I'd like to say that besides being your roommate, so much has changed between the both of you since that.
Right.
Like the fact that you have opened your own comedy club and that we're doing your podcast in a professional podcast room on the second level of your comedy club is amazing. This brother has millions of reach and followers all over social media. He has his own app. He's on a new TV show on BET Plus called Bruz. Like he's killing
Tyler
the game.
Perry Studios.
Tyler, shout out to Brother Perry, or Mr. Perry, as we all call him. Yeah, man, it's been a blessing. It's been a lot has happened. That's crazy, bro. Because
It's not crazy.
We literally,
I sat on the couch and said, hey, yo, everybody in here needs to take what's happening serious because you're not going to be able to shoot and work and do all the stuff with y'all day as often as you are now. Don't take these little walks and shoot breaks to 7-Eleven for granted.
man.
You know who's gonna pop. You know who has it. You know who has the drive. You know who has the motor. And I've been telling them that.
Facts.
I want to say we were roommates literally a year ago this month.
Really?
What a difference.
I moved into my spot July 13th, 2019.
Wow. Happy birthday.
Yes. Oh, reborn in this motherfucker.
And Nate doesn't remember because he's never home. He was always up here.
Nate,
I was on the road.
Nah, he was here.
on tour.
He was everywhere. 2019 and 18.
Yeah, because I was on an 88 city comedy tour.
Yeah.
So,
and it was a trip to watch the amount of heat. When I say heat, that's what we call it when somebody's shooting some fire comedy.
Man.
The amount of heat that was coming out, and 90% of them started with somebody knocking on my front door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before I moved in there, at my spot before that, it wasn't really the best. It wasn't really conducive to shooting. So a lot of time I was shooting at the Sketch House.
Yep.
Or at Ken Edwin TV. Shout out to my boy Ken. I was at his
Ken,
house
we
a
love
lot.
you, Ken. I see you.
Or I was in the back. I was in the alley behind Tangerines.
Yes, for Tiberius, that first one, you were in my alley.
Exactly. So
and Clayton Thomas.
What's happening? What it do though?
Clayton Thomas. Shout out to my boy Clayton.
Yeah, CG.
And then I moved into your spot, and that's when I was like, I gotta do something different.
Man, by the time I got off the road, everybody was like, nigga, you live inside Big Ja's house?
Right. Because every time you
my spot.
I'm like, what?
Every time you
They're
showed
like,
your house.
refrigerator magnets that's at Big Ja's house. I'm like, it's long.
And the clock that never changed time.
The clock that
Right,
never
it was
changed.
always 6
And I was
6:05.
doing like time pertinent sketches like 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. is
Right, it'd be like
just
10 minutes later. They're like, nah, nigga, the
it's
clock didn't move.
7:45 since the last sketch.
That clock was right twice a day though. Hey,
Right. True.
You feel me?
Truth indeed. Yeah, man. But it's been a good time, man. It's like you didn't have this when we lived together. You didn't have this. You were talking about it, and you've been talking about this for years. This is something that you was gonna do. You had it. I mentally manifested years ago.
This took a lot of work.
Man.
This took a whole lot of work. This took a lot of work on behalf of a lot of people. Like a lot of people's hard work and effort went into this.
Any stand-up comic that knows Nate Jackson needs to be here within the net before the year is up.
You know,
To see how big
They need to come immediately and help
ASAP.
make sure it succeeds. Because
Facts.
when I saw you in the audience last night, I was like, yo, he really fucks with Nate.
of
And
course.
it made me think, how many other people flew in from somewhere else to support this brother's dream?
there was like 10 people, but nobody like y'all, like talent wise, yes. But then like I was telling Jade last night, like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I went through this time period where like when people was fucking up, I would leave them anonymous. I've grown through that. And now if somebody do some shit faulty or not on point, just talking about it, I shouldn't feel bad, I don't think. Because I didn't do it.
Okay.
But I've been on Corey Holcomb's podcast for like 2 years.
You have 5150. Yeah.
Guesting for the free. Just wanting to see him succeed.
Yes.
I think he's a pillar in comedy. His point of view is phenomenal. And he's one of maybe 3 men who've ever captured that essence and been able to just destroy consistently with it. And so at one point when I was looking for investors, I offered the opportunity to Corey, and he passed, which is fine because that's anyone's prerogative.
Yeah.
And I said, well, when I do get it open, I want you to come do it. You know, he was like, yeah, bet. And I look up, and the other comedy club in town, 4 minutes away, Corey Holcomb is coming this weekend. I was like, okay, well, I can't control that either.
The same weekend that you're opening? Like this weekend?
No, it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so you weren't open
This
yet.
is my grand opening,
Okay.
and that was 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, even if I was open, I can't, I've been through enough to know people going to set their own deals up, get their own money, wherever they want to do. So
Right.
I could care less.
Right.
You could go do that other club, get your money. You got family to feed, do your shit. I said, just come check it out.
Oh, before you open, just come look around.
When you get over there and you're in
for
Tacoma,
sure.
Washington,
For
you've gotten on a
sure.
plane, you've flown up here, you're staying 4 minutes away. Just come. It takes 7 minutes to come see the club. He was like, bet, I'm going to come. Thursday, something happened, move that back. Saturday, something happened. Or Friday, something, moved that back. Saturday, they added a noon show. He hit me and was like, man, the day's getting away from me too fast. I'm like, let's just do it at the end of all of it. He's like, all right, bet. So I come here for like 7 hours. I made this dope ass Corey Holcomb intro and everything, like from Southside Chicago. It was dope.
I feel sad right now.
You don't got to be sad, but you know what happened. Not a goddamn thing. Nigga, I was in this bitch like a stepchild, and the dad didn't want to come pick him up. For real. Like I sat here, and then his road manager, Mo, came. Mo was like, well, I just want to see what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? And Mo sat right there. I did the lights, the sounds, played Corey's intro, and he was like, nigga, this is a gold mine.
Nice.
We should have came here. And I was like, I'll do you one better. Y'all could have been part owners in this.
Oh.
He was like, what do you mean?
Because he hadn't even talked to his manager about being an investor.
Why you didn't just run it by me? I could have looked at it. I'm like, man, I don't know. I mean, and I'm empathetic by nature. So the way I see it is like maybe something happened, or maybe he was that busy, or something happened and he had to stay put. I don't know.
Well, you know he's a good dude. You know he's your people.
Right.
So,
But it's hard to write off that as an error of the mind and not the heart when you're 4 miles away. And
so do you feel like there was some hate? You feel like he was jealous?
No, I don't know if that's the motivation. I think what it comes from is a conditioning, because I don't know if Corey's used to people being to build. This is very rare that we're sitting in.
Yeah, I know.
So for me
One
to
of
say
only
I'm
7 black-owned comedy
Right.
clubs, and this one is like brand new.
So
2
how
stories,
hard is it to be like,
multi-
nigga, yeah, okay, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a much easier
He
emotion.
might not understood what like the whole situation that you had over here.
Which is why I said just come look.
Just come check it out.
So he never saw the videos you've been posting showing it being built and painted. You've chosen the height
None
of
of
the
them did.
stage and all
None
of
of
that.
them
Okay.
did, and I didn't realize it until Maurice was here that I was like, oh, they just literally didn't know.
Yeah. So he
But I'm
didn't
like, man.
understand that this was a big deal.
That's still a hell of an opportunity, or at least a chance to. And we're boys.
Yeah. Like I said,
Like
Corey's
that's a
your
hell of
people.
a.
I
To me,
love
that
Corey
was
Holcomb.
a squandered opportunity to show some support for your boy, and it cost you nothing.
So what do you want to say to Corey Holcomb right now?
Hey, Corey, when you get a chance, come by and check out the club. And when it's time to come back to this market, maybe consider doing my club.
There you go. There you go.
That's all I can say. And
There
I don't
you
even
go.
feel like, oh, I took the high road on it or nothing like that. But that's just how I'm like, damn, you can't even come look, bruh.
Damn.
I bet you he'll be back and he'll perform here.
Yeah.
This place is amazing, and you guys are people. So
I feel like that
I'm gonna go back on 5150 after that though.
Well, there's some people that when I posted about your club, they were like, oh, that's why he hasn't been on 5150 lately. And I'm like, yeah, because he's been up in Washington grinding and getting his
Yeah.
club together and quarantining where he knows his people. So,
This shit look crazy.
yeah, this is beautiful.
So
Impressive.
what is your impression of it? Because I gave you the tour and all that, and like everyone I've shown, none of them were comics. None of them have been in multiple comedy clubs. None of them have traveled the country and been and seen the stuff that. So when you come here, and by comparison in your mind to the other places you've been and seen, what do you think?
I feel like when you being that I've been into a lot of comedy clubs, sometimes you look at the spot like, I wish they had this. I wish that even the comedy clubs and just as a bodyguard, like being in different venues as a with an artist, like I feel like.
She just pointing at your arm, be like, "He's strong."
I was like, muscles,
Oh,
bodyguard.
hilarious! Oh man, I feel like a comedian structured this place. I feel like it's built for comedy or for performing. I say that because the dressing rooms, the bathrooms right next to the dressing room. You being in so many clubs throughout your career, you remember the ones that are most comfortable. And so when you have a chance to do your own thing, you're gonna do exactly what you know you want.
Right.
I feel like the mind of a comedian or a performer. You want someone as comfortable as possible before they perform and after, and you provided that. I went to every room. I'm like, damn, nigga, it's the size, the space, it just feels very comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So with the windows, you can see the stage from there. Sometimes, so the comics, you want to see the crowd before you perform, and you can't do that sometimes. Depending on how the place is set up, you're like, damn, what's the crowd look like? Yeah, who's in the front? You can see.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So this looks like
line come in the club and everything.
Exactly, bro. It looks like a place that's been designed by a comedian or a live performer.
That's what's up.
That's dope, dog.
And to add to that, it looks like somebody who is a good businessman, because it's not just a room with a club that you can have comedy. He's taking the time to figure out, what else can I do to make money here? Oh, I can rent this space out. Oh, I can let them hire me to have this be where they shoot a Netflix special. Oh, they could do a podcast here.
Yes.
This is a venue. So there's multiple streams of income within this 8,500 square foot place.
That's what I was going to ask you last night.
It's multi-level. It's... The colors make me happy. Like everything was thought about. And I know it because I've been talking to him through the entire process while he's planning the construction of everything. Like he can tell you the type of AC heating system and the amount that it costs, and the lighting system and the sound system and what it costs. Like he's put so much thought into it, and you
Very
feel
hands-on.
it when you walk in here. Not only that, but he was actually working in the construction. Like you would call him and he would be here building something himself, which is shout out to Nate's dad, because I know that's why you know how to do that, because your dad is so dope.
Resourceful.
Yeah, so
handy.
I said insert other comedy club name owner. We'll call him John Doe. I walked in here and I was like, John Doe could never.
Oh, we say names. Right.
I don't want to say names because I'm a comedian and I still like performing in other places, but there, you feel the difference in the time that you put into this and how much you want this to work.
That's what's up. As far as sets go, Tangerine came in here and hit everybody in the head with a ball peen hammer.
Boom.
Rocked out.
Yes,
oh, thank you. I
And
didn't
she
want to
was like-
perform.
She's like, I ain't been up in a year. I was like, you're going up.
I
The
just-
look in her eyes
I
was
just
like
got off the
baby
plane.
deer that just saw mama deer get hit by semi.
I
Like,
wanted to shower,
not just in the headlights.
change clothes, and come and watch the first night and just be happy for him. I wasn't even trying to perform. I said, when is the opening? April. I booked a ticket. I was coming. April got pushed back to July. I said, okay, I'll switch my ticket to July. I'm coming to just to support. This nigga made a flyer, put my face on it. And I was like, wait, what? I haven't performed all year. Like, I don't remember my set. I'm not coming to perform. I just want to support you. This is a huge deal. Yeah, whatever. You're going up. Okay, cool. I'll probably go up on Friday or Saturday. No, you're going up.
Today.
You're going up now
In
that you're
11
here.
minutes.
And I was like, I just landed. I don't
What
know
are you
my
talking
set.
about?
I
You know how
don't
many
want to go
nights
up.
that how many shows we pulled up to late, had to change clothes in the parking lot, two, 3 people standing around the trunk grabbing different stuff to run inside and then hurry up, get on stage. No, you're going to feel all that heat. You
Yeah,
gonna get in here,
I did not want
And then
to.
what happened? All that anxiety turned into
A smash
sledgehammer
performance.
jokes.
Yeah, they were rocking with me. I was like, oh, they found me very funny. I was very, very pleasantly surprised. And I
Goddamn
was
star.
like,
Shouldn't have been.
I was like, oh man, I guess I'm glad. And it was also great because he had a Hollywood film crew here doing a documentary about him that night only. So
Yeah,
if I
that
didn't
happened
go
too.
up
On Thursday?
I wouldn't have been filmed.
There's a whole, I think it was Oceana or Okana. I don't know the name of the business, but the dude hit me and he had a whole
The guy who runs
proposal.
it's Andrew Wright.
Andrew Wright, and
And
he did a full bro.
He's
it was so
a-
thorough that I was like, yeah.
He's a great producer in Hollywood. He also used to live out here, but he had a whole team of like 8 I don't know, 7 or 8 people.
Yeah, and he said he was
got
going to
a
come with
huge
2.
resume.
And so when he pulled up Dumb Big, and then his sizzle was like, just of all the stuff he's done, I was like, he gets it.
Yeah. So
So
if I
absolutely.
didn't perform, I wouldn't have gotten into the documentary having stage time, and they did a little interview with us at the end. So it was great to be forced out of your comfort zone, which is what we all know we need to do. Do
Absolute
that
to
thing that
grow.
you're afraid to do. And I knew better. But I also, because I have a little bit more of a name, I've been on TV. People always know, oh my God, you do comedy too? I can't wait to see your set. So you don't want that person to show up and be like, oh, this bitch ain't funny. So it's like,
Right.
I didn't want to, like,
That's
after
true.
not being on stage in 9 months and being only in the game a year and a half before that,
True,
as
true.
a stand-up, I had been doing sketch comedy. I've been doing comedy TV. I've been hosting things, but to be a stand-up, it had only been a year and a half before I stopped. So to show up and to bomb in front of all these people while everybody's got their phone out was what I was afraid of. But
Right.
instead,
Nobody want to hear this.
Nate and BT were like,
Nobody
whatever,
wants
bitch,
to
you
hear
getting
this
up.
shit. You're basically
But he knows what he got, though. He knows who you
She's
are.
the little child that was raised by the wolves that has been punching trees for 10 years.
Hannah.
And then she's Hannah.
Have you watched that?
And yes, and then somebody came up and was like, "Hey, little girl," and you're like, "That's Hannah, bro. That is not a regular little
Right.
girl.
Right.
She's been punching trees for 10 years.
Exactly.
Her knuckles are
hilarious.
already
Calloused over.
grooved in like axe backs.
Right.
That's hilarious.
So yes, throwing her to the wolves. The wolves were like, "The fuck, bro."
Who is this little motherfucker here?
Yeah, nigga, she raising us. Right. I don't want to
Well,
hear that
thank
shit.
you.
Tangerine been all over TV. She's been punching up stuff and
Yeah.
good God.
Indeed.
And my
she
first
did
time
Cannot tell you've been
exactly-
doing it for a year and a half at all.
Thank
can't
you. And
tell.
I will say, to give credit where credit is due, because I have been a fan of comedy for so long, and I finally started to do it in March of 2018. The very first time that I ever performed it, standing up and saying the jokes that I had written in my phone, was in North Hollywood, in front of Nate Jackson, in the apartment that you guys used to share.
Boom.
Because I was like, what do you think of this joke? What do you think of that joke? He was like, perform it. I was like, wait, no, let's just talk about it. He was like, nah, stand up. Let me see your set. I was like, huh?
With the
Just-
microphone
just
on the
to you?
boombox.
Yeah.
So my very first audience was Nate Jackson. And then he gave me tags and helped me. And I was just like,
Yeah, and then within like 2 months, she won funniest person to walk in the doors of Flapper Award.
oh yeah, then I did that competition at Flappers Uncle Clyde's. I won first prize for the first round, and I think first prize for the second round, and third prize for the whole year-long contest. And I got funniest of the festival award. And I've been having a great time. But it started in your living room in front of this man right here. So thank you,
Hey.
Nate Jackson, for pushing me out of my comfort zone.
We all we
twice.
got, man.
We all we got.
Facts.
If you see it in your friends, you need to help grow that.
Yeah.
As far as this COVID stuff, man,
Oh.
y'all are adventurous, brave, and all that for hopping onto fuselages and planes and getting here to make it happen. But
Yeah.
what I want to know is bigger picture, like macro. How do you think? Like everybody's like, the world's never going to be the same again. Is it going to change for real? Like, what do you think?
Do I agree with that or disagree? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like, what's your opinion of it?
A part of me, I mean, I want to be like, yeah, I'm an optimist, so I want to believe like, yeah, we'll get back to normal to where I don't feel like there's a COVID-19 scare anymore. Like people can walk around without masks anymore. The public places will be open again 100% like they used to be. I don't know if that's gonna happen now. I mean, how long it's gonna take for it to get back to that? Maybe next year. Some people are thinking like this shit ain't gonna crack off, go back to normal until like the March of 2021.
Good Lord.
Which is a year. You know, well, I would say they were talking about the first week of March. They were talking about locking down LA. So I would say a year from now, and I'm optimistic. So
I'm optimistic too.
Optimus Prime. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to happen. Nah, I think it's gonna happen, man. I have to believe that. I gotta believe that.
Now we have a North Hollywood resident health nut who's here. What do you think, Tangerine?
Am I the North Hollywood
That's
resident?
you.
I
You're
live
like,
in
you guys need to
Burbank.
be eating
Oh,
sea
Burbank.
moth.
Yeah,
Steam off paste.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to what they tell us on the news. I know there is some type of virus out there that they've put out there for us, and there's a reason that they do everything that they do. So the conspiracy side of me knows that there's a bigger agenda that they're trying to push, and so they don't want things to go back to normal. One thing that I keep seeing is that they want us to get used to keeping a distance because the new face recognition software that's going to be around can see us better when we're spread out than more than when we're in
You're
crowds.
telling me the facial
So-
recognition stuff, when we're more than we're closer to each other than 6 feet, it struggles.
when there's a crowd of us like that.
So like spread them all out.
So they want us to be able to get used to spreading out so that'll be what we're more comfortable with.
Let us work on eyes or something because they just told all of us to wear masks.
Yes, and eventually those will get to come off because let's be honest about the mask thing. I said this on Thursday night on stage too. It's stupid as fuck. Like you put the mask on and then you can go to a restaurant and then take it off. It's so the virus is gonna be like,
I'll give you that.
Oh wait, she's eating.
I'm not gonna
bother her.
Right.
You're waiting and 6 feet apart in a line to go into Trader Joe's.
You got to wait outside Home Depot,
and then as soon as you get in there,
it's a whole family on your ass in the spray
You're
paint
all
aisle.
walking next to each other in the toilet tissue aisle. You're standing next to somebody, waiting at the
At
register.
checkout,
But then at
in front of
checkout,
all the cameras, spread it back out.
You spread back out. But then when you get up to the checkout, there's this little plastic piece that's only 2 feet wide that they tell you to stand in front of. But if I'm not next, I'm standing here and the air is The air is flowing. And they're like, no, please, go stand in front of that. Okay, let me tell the virus to follow me over here around the other side of this little thin plastic piece you put up. It's stupid as fuck. Like the virus is everywhere. They told us it was getting in our eyes. They told us it was attaching to our clothes. They told us it was attaching to our hair. But we wear this mask and we're safe. And then go home and wash our hands. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Just eat your fucking vegetables, take your supplements, and make sure your immunity is strong. So whatever this shit is, you're not going to die from it. Get your flu like you get every year, knock it off, and keep it pushing.
USANA. That's what my dad takes, man. My dad takes the strongest.
I still got to get those.
Nutritional. Yeah, you should get
Oh, I've heard of
the
those.
strongest nutritional supplement on earth, baby.
And tell them who your dad is, the national champion of...
My dad is the oldest, fastest jump roper in America.
So whatever he's doing, he's doing something right.
He used to just say that because he's just black and confident and old. He used to say, I could whoop anybody as long as they not Asian because their legs is too little. They take less time for that rope to get around.
Yeah.
But then he went on the Steve Harvey show and actually broke the record and is the damn champion.
So
and from that day on, he's been wearing Jump Rope King hats. And
you got to brand yourself. Got to.
As he should.
He was on a Zoom call the other day, and I think it was an interview for him and my mom. And so my mom was in the dining room, and he was upstairs at my little setup. And she's on there waiting. He's 10 minutes late. She's like, get your father. Tell him, come on, we all waiting on him.
Damn, boy.
He finally came out. I had the first shave. I'm sorry, son. I set him up or whatever. And he was like, finally, they're like, oh, thank you, Nat, for tuning in. And he was like, hold on just a second, right? Another 5 minutes. My mom gets up from the room. She comes in. What is taking you so long? I had to grab one of my hats now. I can't be on
there
Zoom
go.
without my Jump Rope King.
There you go.
Gotta have my logo.
Jump Rope King now.
Gotta have my logo.
And that's where Nate Jackson gets it from because you don't go online and do twerk circuits without wearing a shirt that says twerk circuits, Nate Jackson's twerk circuits.
Right.
You haven't done anything here on stage without something that says Nate Jackson's
You
Super
should
Funny
stop
Comedy
coming
Club.
home from working a full day in the club and take this shirt off and grab the Twerk Circuit shirt and put that on. Like, all right, we're switching hats. And
Speaking of shirts, I'm also.
As you should.
Look, I got that juice box.
Juice box. I'm wearing my
juice
brand
box.
as well, Tangerine, because I'm learning from everybody. My husband, he doesn't wear anything. Clayton Thomas doesn't wear anything that's not sold on his site.
Boom.
So, I do the similar.
I wonder, I learned that from, even though I'm not doing that right now.
This is the first time I've seen you in something
Right.
besides
He's on
to the
we was
max,
on vacation.
yams, or anything.
Even though, if I'm on camera or off camera, if I'm at the store, I could be at Ralph's. I'm gonna have on the to the max shirt or a yam.
That way, nobody can be like, "Are you?"
Yams
you
to
know
that.
I am. It's right here. To
Right,
the
right, right.
max.
But he's still rocking the Yams mask, though.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So I do got something. Boom.
I love that.
Yeah, see?
Yes, indeed.
I love it.
We
Show
learned
it.
that as kids. Don't you never not having no nail, y'all.
Oh yeah. If I see you without it, boy, I'm gonna wreck it. Boom.
Yeah, so we all doing our thing, you know what I'm saying?
Let me pull out my tangerine.
Tangerine got a mask with tangerine on it. My mask says super funny. And John says yamage for the hamage.
So we are
Yams
all
indeed.
taking advantage of this pandemic and still making
yeah.
sure we're branding ourselves.
Yeah, man.
As
People
you got
been
to.
having a good time and stuff, and I'm looking through all the pictures and stuff on the Facebook that been uploaded to the Super Funny Comedy Club's Facebook, and I'm actually I'm proud of the people for giving themselves they're respectful of their own space.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everyone is masked up. There's a few people who are sitting there with their mask hanging off of one ear, and we're just mask. Oh, my bad. But in general, people are practicing.
Yeah, they
safety,
are.
you know what I'm saying? And another part of it that's our responsibility is that we have a few things we've done in regards to all the employees are wearing masks, all the food stuff is disposable. We have a different exit than the entrance. The air is not on recirculating. That's every fresh air is a fresh breath It's not like we're sitting in a giant airplane.
Right.
And I'm literally disinfecting the mic between comics.
Which seems so disrespectful. When I first got off, because I would like to say that I made history by being the first comedian to perform on the stage on the grand opening night on Thursday. So that will never be taken from me. I don't care if anybody performed the day you cut the ribbon. I don't care. I'm saying
Nobody
I'm the first.
performed first.
Okay, cool.
But you.
Okay, I'm the first comedian to ever perform in Super Funny Comedy Club. And as soon as I got off stage and I had a surprisingly great set, I walked away and here comes this nigga spraying the mic, making me feel dirty. And I was like, oh yeah, we're in a pandemic. I forgot.
I just want to say BT Kingsley is the only person I legit sprayed it because it needed to be disinfected.
Why you say that about our friend?
Because BT's breath be on it. So
you know
I hit him
what?
twice right down the middle of the mic.
That's so mean. And
That
you know,
nigga said, "Hoya."
I haven't smelled his breath being bad in a long time. I know that's been his the rumor
Has he
about
stopped
him.
chewing plastic?
No, he still has a mouth fetish.
Then
But
you don't have to worry about it. He still got it.
okay, but
That's
I'm
what
just saying
sets
I
it
haven't
off.
smelled it in a long
You
time.
can't just
so.
chew plastic and not expect those chemicals not to destroy your esophagus.
Oh, we love you, BT Kingsley.
Yeah, I love him.
All day, bro.
Love my guy BT. BT was my roommate before Jade.
Yeah,
He was.
yeah.
Damn, that's true.
That's what it is.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that.
Yep.
Man, everybody making everybody better, man. I was saying that on stage. And I thought it was a trip that I don't know if it was last year, if it was maybe a year and a half ago, but I was shooting sketches and just didn't have time to do that and hit the stage like I was.
Right.
And I'm like, Jade, man, can you edit the skit?
That's
I'll give
right.
you, I'll give you $20, bro.
Yeah, he was.
He was
That's
like,
all you gave him?
that's all I had.
Oh, that's so nice.
But Jade was like,
good.
$20? Let's get it.
Let's get it going.
Oh, I love this.
And knocked it
That's
out.
why I forgot about that.
$20 to edit a
That one-
skit. And
yeah.
now you're like, I'm looking for 3 editors that live in Toluca
Yeah.
Lake.
Somewhere close by, man. I need I got 5 sketches I need to edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the time to
That
do it.
Still ain't
editing-
turned that over,
and it's,
huh?
and it's not hard to find.
Will not let another person touch the goal.
Well, that's what I was about
I
to say.
did.
It's hard to do, but if you're
It's hard
looking
to
for
do.
somebody, that
Yeah.
means you really want to try it. But I've tried to have other people edit, but if they don't know comedy and they don't understand
Yeah.
your style of comedy,
Yep.
And
it's like forget
the
it. I'll do it
pacing.
myself.
It's
Yeah.
almost like you need a fan
Right.
that is an expert editor.
Right.
Because then they
Right.
get it.
Yes.
But somebody that's like, okay, okay. I've never really seen this content before. I don't get it.
Yeah.
You just get this linear thing that's like, wait, you're missing all the
Yeah.
missing everything.
And so I let this guy I let this guy do 2 of my videos and he did a good job. He's a good editor. He's dope. It's just the nuances. It is the pacing. It's the damn.
Yeah.
Then I thought, I'm like, okay, so somebody basically makes the palette, they
The
take
timeline.
the paints, they do the background and
Yeah.
all that, and then you just come through and hit the little accents, and that's
That's
to save
called the
time.
editor's assistant, and that's what big films and TV shows have. They
Mm-hmm.
have the person that just plugs the pieces of the puzzle together. They do the timeline, and these are the best takes, and this is the flow. And then you come in, or the real editor comes in and trims the fat,
right.
and puts the music and the sound effects and color corrects and all that stuff.
If I can get an editor to take my Final Cut file, edit, do the beginning to end, the linear cut, and just send me the actual program, send me the actual edit.
Yeah.
Then I can go in there and add my little shit to it.
Yeah.
So that's the next move.
But I had somebody do that, and I felt like, man, I might as well just edit it. the
That's
whole
what
time.
happened with me too.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. I've
I
been
find
through
myself
3
too-
editors. Yes.
I find myself, and they're good editors. These are people who are
Yes.
very professional editors.
But we know how we want our
Especially
shit.
with comedy specifically, you got to have that pacing. You got to understand when to put what. And literally, it could be a second or 2 where you might make a statement, and then you want to cut back to that person's face, responding to the statement you just made.
Or I'm a woman, so I'm looking at who's beautiful. Oh, why didn't you use that take? She looks great here.
Right.
Oh, wait, her ass is in that one. Oh, wait, I look better over here. Like, it's so many things that
Yes.
go with it, plus the comedy, plus the sound effects, plus there should be music here, but the music is distracting here, so let's take that out. Like, it's so
Right.
many elements.
Yeah.
But when we find our team, we're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic.
Thank you for listening to the Nate Jackson Podcasting Network.
That's right, y'all. Thank you for listening to the Podcasting Network. This episode is sponsored by Supernaturals. That's SUPA Naturals. Supernaturals' mission is to help people live a super life. The main ways to do this are through an education about CBD production. They have a full spectrum, high potency, organic GMO product, and they believe CBD can truly be life-changing for you and everyone and help you in your journey towards a supernatural you. They have tinctures. They have capsules. They have gummies. They have a gel. They have a cooling gel, and they even have something for your pets. So take your old rickety dog, give him some of these CBDs, and bring him back to puppy fighting trim. Before the break, I said we were going to freestyle. Said that meant that.
That's what we gonna do.
Tangerine,
Whatever comes out, comes out.
yeah.
Yes, Nathaniel?
I never know what's going to happen with these.
With the freestyle?
It's been so long since we've done it.
It's been, I would say, a year. I would like to.
Is your beat still the same?
My beat hasn't changed since high school.
Let me hear that
It's the
beat.
same beat I've been doing since the PA system announcements of St. Bernard's High School and Playa Del Rey. Here we go.
Boom.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do.
Good Lord.
Just kidding.
Okay. Super Funny Comedy Club. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. Super Funny Comedy Club. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all. I said, welcome to Tacoma, y'all. Yeah, we got the giggles, chuckles, and we got them laughs. If you come in here, we might get on your ass. Yeah, pay your bill and then tip after taxes. In here is going down like doing the math. Why? Black business, you got to support it. It's like watching Power. A nigga, you can't snort it. I'm not talking about coke. I'm talking about dope laughs. Super Funny Comedy Club. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all. I said, welcome to Tacoma, y'all. Hey.
He said, welcome to Tacoma. I don't fuck with the Rona.
Nah.
If you do, you are gonna. Those bars are lackluster. It's all good because I'm not even a buster.
Hey.
But we at the comedy club, Nate Jackson. It's all good because we gonna be taxing
Hey.
that ass with them laughs.
Hey.
Kicking it down. Let's do another round.
Super Funny Comedy Club. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all. I said, welcome to Tacoma, y'all. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all.
Welcome to Tacoma, y'all. Welcome to Tacoma, y'all.
Yeah.
Yay, yay.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
That was the third take. That was 3 different freestyles. Though. I respect the fact that you were different every
Stick dope at
time.
it. Stick it dope.
Hey, man,
It's
listen.
dope.
I want you to tell them where to find you online.
Are you for real?
First time to them, third time to us.
What's up, y'all?
Oh, it's not recording.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Nigga, write it down.
I'm leaving. I will text you. You can find me on all social media platforms if you know that the name Tangerine is not spelled like the fruit. It's spelled Tanjareen. That's with 2 A's and a double E. I am on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, Twitch. I still know the login to my MySpace, JDate. I'm on everything as long as you know how to spell it. And on some things, it says official in front of it. It doesn't matter. You'll find me on everything. Please support my merch on tangerine.com. I got that juice box. Hey, I got masks. I got 7 new designs coming out this week. So, and they're all fire, and they're not all about me. They're all about, there's something for everybody is all I'm going to say on tangerine.com. Hit the store button, and then please support.
What's the website?
Tangerine.com. It's spelled Tanjareen.
Tangerine.
Because that is the correct way to pronounce my name. The E's. Tangerine. Yeah. Can you sing my name too?
Tangerine.
Thank you. That was just for me. So and then also I have 2 new live stream shows that I've called my shutdown series. So since the quarantine started in April, I've been doing 2 shows per week. So on the words that start with the T, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have shows. Tuesdays is Tangerine's Top Talent. That is a virtual variety show that happens every week, and musicians from all over the world call in and they perform, they rap, they sing, they play saxophone, trumpets. I have pole dancers. I've had some amazingly talented people come in and draw pictures. It's been great. So that is live every Tuesday at 3 o'clock Pacific time, because also 3 starts with a T. And then on Thursdays, my dating show called Shoot Your Shot, where I pick one of my very hot homegirls that have been famous on the internet or on TV and film, and I have them as a special guest, and then men can come in virtually like a Zoom, and they can shoot their shot, and the winner gets a prize and gets to be all up in the DMs of the girl that they shot at. That is called Shoot Your Shot. That's every Thursday at 3 o'clock. Please support it. These shows have really been helpful to me. My numbers have grown tremendously. I'm up to 370,000 followers on Facebook from doing this in the last couple of months. So it's been really, really rewarding being stuck at home and being mentored by people like this who make their living creating content. So please support Tangerine. Ow.
Diggity.
Damn. I ain't nearly doing nowhere near as much shit she's doing.
But still way more successful.
Nah, she's a beast. All platforms, YouTube, IG, Facebook, and now TikTok and Twitter. Big Jah, BIGGJAH. Go go to my app, download my app, Big Jaw, the Big Jaw app, Apple Store, Google Store, or my actual website, bigjaw.com/app. And get that app, man. Subscribe, because I got all my content on there first and foremost. What else? I think that's it, man.
Okay, he said TikTok, so that means you be dancing?
Not just yet. I'm a savage.
Hey, can you
not
just
doing
hit the
that
wall
one.
for us, though, since you got
The wall?
TikTok? Hit the wall.
The wall? Oh. Throw it up first. Whoa.
Hey!
Nigga, whoa.
Knock the shit over.
Whoa.
You fucking shit up.
He's knocked everything up.
Okay, you get a break. Take two. Hit the wall.
Whoa.
Hey.
Boom. Yeah.
That's what's up. Listen, to keep up with the Comedy Club, go to superfunnycomedyclub.com. Make sure you fill out the contact form on that front so you can stay in the loop. If you want to follow the Instagram, it's at superfunnycomedyclub. If you want to follow me, it's at Mr. Nate Jackson and NateJacksonComedy.com. Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you.
Peace.
Get involved.
Thank you for listening to the Nate Jackson Podcasting Network.